Welcome back guys to Dream Anime Recap for another anime recap episode. Enjoy this new journey in the world of Ice Guy anime. Today we will continue our adventure with level 1 Dakedo unique skill to Saikayu Desu. We see Ruita, Celeste, and Emily. Emily has cooked a lot of food for Ruita and then tells them to wait for 2 minutes and then she leaves. Celeste tells Ruita that yes, you have done a very good job, and when you were talking to them, Emily goes to them with a cake and tells them to look at this, and they are also happy to see the cake. And then they talk a little more. In the next scene, we see Celeste, who comes out of the tent and uses his fire magic to burn something. Ruita is watching everything, after which Celeste uses his magic again. He becomes very weak and is about to fall down. But Ruita runs away and saves Celeste and immediately uses his gun to heal him. And after healing, we see that Celeste is in Ruita's hands and he is very close to her. Celeste gets very cold and goes away, throwing Ruita away. And there she says to herself that why was my heart beating so fast, and why was my face so hot, and why was Ruita running to her and saying what happened to you? Celeste says nothing, no problem. Ruita tells Celeste that it was just garbage and you had to use so much power to burn it. After which Celeste tells Ruita that she can only use level 3 magic. Ruita asks him that you can only use level 3 magic here, so what about level 1 and level 5 fire magic? Celeste tells her that I can't use them. And then they are talking that some people have brought some other stuff here in which Celeste is going to use his fire magic to burn it. But before that, Ruita uses her gun to leave a bullet on it and that thing burns here, in which Celeste says, why did you do this? Ruita says that I just helped you. And after that, Ruita is on the side and there is more garbage lying here. Those who have to burn them, Ruita says that so many things have to be burned here again. I am so tired and we are just burning them here. Ruita asks Celeste that does he always stay like this? On which Celeste tells her that no, today is something special because the dungeon masters will come today. Celeste tells her that the dungeon bosses are seen here a few times in a month and they are very strong, they are dangerous monsters. And that is why no one is allowed to go inside the dungeon. And that is why all the people here stress eating and Celeste is not feeling good here. And Ruita tells her to rest here, and when you are fine here, you can come here to work. I will handle the rest of the work here. And he tells Emily that you can see the rest here and I am going here. Next, Ruita goes to the master's tent and sees that there is Neptune here. And he says what is he doing here? In which the masters tell Ruita that the dungeon masters have come here. So that is why I have called the group of Neptune here so that we can help him and defeat him here. And Ruita knows that if the dungeon master stays in the dungeon for a long time, there can be a lot of changes. Like the drop of the item can also be changed here, and a lot of changes are made here. Because of which these people can have a lot of problems in the future. And because of this, the dungeon master has to be defeated here at any cost. And that is why the group of Neptune has come here. The master says that you allow me, I'm going to my responsibility here. And if anything happens, you don't have to worry about it. No one will question you. The master here says no and says that I cannot allow you. The girl with pink hair with Neptune tells Ruita that we have rules here. And according to that rule, when the master comes here in the dungeon, only powerful people can go in it. And the group that goes in here should have at least 3 people adventures in that group. And if there are less than 3 adventures, then they are not allowed here. Along with that, all the people who will be here should have more than 3 or more adventures. Ruita asks why is this rule? The master tells Ruita that this is because you don't know. Actually, the dungeon master here is very dangerous. Neptune tells Ruita that we have come here so that we can make a contract with the joint force of the stackers. And then Ruita goes away from there without saying anything. Where Neptune asks him where are you going? Ruita tells him that I am going out and will see people nearby who can help me. Neptune tells Ruita that you think it is easy. There is nothing like that. And then Ruita goes away from there. And now we see the outside scene. And then Ruita talks to all the adventurers here, but no adventurer agrees to this. And then Ruita gets very upset and goes ahead. Then Emily goes here. Emily tells Ruita that it's okay, I'll go with you to defeat the dungeon master. Ruita tells Emily that yes, I counted you, but we still need one more person here. There are only 2 people in our group and 2 people do not have the allowance to go there. So we need at least one more person. And then the sound comes from the side that I will go with you. And then we see that there is actually a Cell. Where Ruita asks him that you will go, but what happened to your trash here? Cell tells him that I have found someone here who can help me. Then we see that the egg comes running here. And then Ruita sees that the Cell tells him that this is the same girl who has agreed with me. That she will help me to burn the trash here. Where the egg does not agree and she says to Ruita that I have a problem with this. But then here she agrees after talking a little. Ruita asks him that you will do something here. Egg tells him that no, I have more people with me. Then we see that there are a lot of people with him. which are burning the trash here. After which Ruita tells here to Cell and Emily that we are not enough to go into the dungeon. Because there is a rule here, and according to the rule, we have become 3 people. But here the rank of the 3 people should be above that. Only then we can go into the dungeon. Cell tells him that there is no need to worry. Because the Cell here shows that the stat is A+. Cell shows Ruita her rank here and shows all her details. Where Ruita says that your rank is A. Cell tells him that my drop rate is very terrible here. But if I stay with you, then yes, we can go into the dungeon. In the next scene, we will see that the 3 of them reach the dungeon, where they have to fight the dungeon master and defeat him. And finally they see that there is a dungeon master. Actually there is a horse. And after this, the 3 of them attack the dungeon master to fight. But here they are not able to do anything to him. Ruita also shoots with his gun. But here he is not able to do anything to him. But Ruita finds out that there is a barrier around the horse, because of which the gun is not shooting here. But yes, they do not give up here. And then they try again, where Cell and Amelie are supporting him. But here the horse, the dungeon master, is very powerful, and he is also giving them a full blow. They are not able to do anything to him. They try to trick him a little bit, so that we can kill him in another way. But here they are not able to defeat him. Because here the dungeon master is a barrier, because of which they are not able to do anything to him. But their HP is very low. After which we see that Ruita's HP is very low. After which we see that Ruita's stats are very low, except for HP and stats. And Amelie is also very tired. And also the cellist. Her MP is very low. It becomes very red. And then Ruita says, okay, you 2 stay here. I am going to fight with her. And she says to cellist, you can do better here. What you are doing is not enough for you. You can try more than that. Cellist also shivers here. And she thinks that no one has ever said this to me before. And I always felt that my level 3 magic power is the same. And I don't have any other magic power. If I try, I can do better than this. And then the cellist stands here, and we will see that cellist also uses her full magic power. And she says, burn, inferno. And then she uses her magic power and leaves it on the dungeon master. And finally, Ruita also takes Amelie's hammer. It flies in her hand and hits the dungeon master. And the dungeon master ends here. And Ruita brings the items and shows them to cellist. And this is the drop of bacon. And this is only yours. And by saying this, the item that she gets from the drop, she gives it to cellist. And because of the item that she got, now cellist uses her level 1 magic power without any limitations. And cellist is also very happy here. And Ruita and Amelie are also very happy here. And in this scene, we see that Ruita, Amelie and cellist go to the master. You have finished the dungeon master. And Ruita says, okay, I'm going here quickly. And as soon as they go, the girl with Neptune, the one with blue hair and the one with pink hair, both of them come here. And they also say to Ruita, this is a very amazing thing, Ruita, that you defeated her here. Ruita asks them where Neptune is. After this, in the next scene, we see the scene of Neptune. In the scene of night, where Neptune is talking to a man. Ava is shown eating carrots, and after eating the carrots, she says that the carrots are not very delicious and she only wants to eat low-level carrots. After this, we see in the next scene, Rohita Emily Celis, who has come back to the town. Everyone else around here is talking about what a beautiful girl is doing here, and this is the most beautiful girl in this town, and everyone is looking at these people. And then Erza comes here. Looking at Erza, Rohita asks Erza, what are you doing here? Erza tells her that I was going from here. She asks Rohita, what are you doing here? Rohita tells her that we are going to make a party here, which will be called Rohita's family. You can come to my shop. After saying this, she runs away from there, and all 3 of them keep looking at her and they don't understand anything. In the next scene, we see all 3 of them, who are sitting and talking to each other. Celis tells Rohita that Emily and I went out and we got some information about Harvest Festival from there. After which she tells that this festival is held here every year in Sacro. And whatever amazing things are found in the dungeons of Sacro, they are collected and displayed there. Rohita asks her that what do they do with all the stuff? Emily tells her that they kill them. Rohita says that what? Emily tells her that they convert those things in the tray and arena and then kill them. Rohita tells her that when you 2 left from here, I went to Nihonium's level 3. Where I took my speed up to S rank. And I had a lot of time left, so I went to level 4 too. Where I had a lot of problems in the beginning, but finally I defeated all the monsters here. And whatever seeds I got there, I put them in the box in front of me. And then we see that all the things in the box, they convert into bullets. Rohita tells them that these are binding bullets. Celis says that I didn't even know that something like this happens. Rohita tells her that everyone doesn't know that this is a secret between us, and that's why I haven't told this to many people. Celis tells her that when you are keeping this thing a secret, why did you tell me? Rohita replies that because you are one of us now, and that's why I told you the secret. And then they see a big explosion from the city, on which all three of them run to that place. And then a guy comes running from there, and Rohita asks him, and he tells him that a rare item, a rare drop has been converted into history. After which Rohita tells Emily and Celis to calm down. And then Emily also takes out her axe and attacks that monster. Along with that, Celis also starts using his fire magic, and Rohita takes out her gun and shoots him, and then all three of them finish off the history here. But in this situation, Emily's hammer breaks here, and Rohita says that no problem, we will buy a new hammer here, on which Emily says that no, it's already bent here. So here, her hammer sticks break everywhere, and all three of them are surprised to see that. Celis says that no problem, we will buy a new one here. After this, we see the night scene where Ava is standing in front of a man, and the man tells him that Rohita has defeated that history. In the next scene, we see Rohita, Emily and Celis who have gone to the weapon dealer. The weapon dealer gives him his introduction and tells him that his name is Smith and he is a weapon dealer. And what do you guys want from me? And as I have heard that Emily's hammer has broken here, when your party was fighting history here yesterday. And he tells them that this hammer is free of cost, you can exchange it, no problem. And after this, Emily is also very happy here. In the next scene, we see that Rohita goes to the dungeon where he gets the princess's assistant. And he tells her that as you can see, the princess works very hard here, but the princess's air box is not sold here. Rohita tells her that I think people don't need air boxes. Why don't you sell anything else here? On which the man says that what is something else? Rohita tells her that you can sell rings here. That man is also very happy, and then we see that a lot of skeletons attack the people here. All the people who came with the princess. Rohita takes out his gun and shoots them all here. On which the princess's assistant says thanks to Rohita to save the princess's life here. And to give her a better idea. In the next scene, we see the weapon dealer's shop where Emily is checking her hammer. And then Eve comes here and asks people where the low-level carrot is. Emily tells him that if you are talking about Rohita, then he has gone to Nihonium. And after hearing this, Eve goes to Nihonium to meet Rohita. And then we see Rohita coming out of the dungeon. And after that, there is a pouch here, which she had found last night when she had finished the story. On which Rohita is also very happy and says that it didn't take much time to pick up anything here. And here Eve has gone to Nihonium level 1 to find Rohita, but Rohita doesn't find her there. In the next scene, we see that Eve comes to the shop and asks Rohita where she is, but the people here also say that they don't know. In the next scene, we see Rohita who comes to the shop and talks to Erza. Where Erza tells Rohita that you know what happens in the Harvest Festival. And Rohita tells her that as far as I know, all the best things are displayed in the dungeon. And then it is converted into history and finished. On which Erza tells her that you know what I have to do here, so you can bring me any rare item and give it to me. Rohita says that yes, of course. Erza tells her that I will give you a good price for all the rare items. And Rohita also says that yes, of course, I will do it for you. Erza gives her 40,000 pillows here, which she had brought here today. Looking at this, Rohita says that this is very less. Next, we see Rohita who takes some money to the side and keeps it away so that it can be converted into history. And then he hides behind a wall to see what kind of history money drops. And then after a while, a very big bird is converted here. And finally, after a little hard work, Rohita ends the history here. And then Rohita thinks that that's why Eva comes running here and tells Rohita that she wants carrots. Eva tells her childhood story here that when she was young, she only ate meat here. Where people tell her that you should also eat some vegetables along with meat. But Eva gets angry with those people and runs away from there. And says that all these people are very useless, I hate them. And then after a while, she goes ahead. So something drops from a tray here. Actually, there is a little human there. A little kid. After seeing which, Eva says that this is not a carrot. This is a human, right? In which the kid says, are you a ghost? And then we see that a very big buffalo monster comes here. But Eva comes here very fast and kills the buffalo monster in one punch. And after seeing this, the little kid also says that what? You killed it in one go. Even I want to know how you did it. Where the boy requests Eva to kill the buffalo monster. And he requests Eva a lot here. On which Eva also agrees and says that it is okay. So that's why Eva is here. First, she hits him a little with her strength. And then the boy puts a little strength on him. So the buffalo monster here ends up here. Carrot is also found as a drop item. And he gives the whole carrot to the kid. On which the kid says that you should eat that carrot. It is very tasty. And here he breaks it a little and forcefully puts it in his mouth. And here, the way Eva tastes it, it looks very nice. And the other piece here, she takes it away from the boy and eats it. And says that it is very tasty. And then we see that the boy here automatically disappears. And Eva just keeps watching everything here. Then the scene comes back in the present. Eva tells him that from that day I fell in love with the carrot here. And that's why I eat the carrot a lot. And it looks very delicious to me. In the next scene, we see the night scene of Rogita's house. Here Rogita tells Emily and Salas that she is also going to join our party. Emily is very happy to hear this. But Salas is very surprised here. Thank you for joining us on this thrilling adventure through level 1 Dakedo unique skill to Saikayu Desu. If you enjoyed the recap and want more exciting content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest anime updates.